Hey, good evening, everyone. Tonight's show, I gotta say, it could be one of my best. But then again, I had a couple low blood sugar moments today, so who really knows what's gonna happen? I hope you'll stick around for the whole show. I got a lot of stuff. So the Paul Report is coming up in just a moment. Woo! Sorry, T. Good evening and welcome to the Paul Report. Woo! My name is Paul, and I guess I should probably do that. That's my name. It's kind of my signature too, but whatever. I'm excited. I'm excited for tonight's show, very much so, and only because I have a lot of stuff to go over, and so far we are 2 minutes into the show, and nothing bad has happened. I was just waiting to see if something would happen, but it didn't. Cool. So how is everyone doing tonight? The chat is live, and if you want to say something, by all means, please come into the chat, say hello. I do not make fun of my visitors. I relish you, and I'll put you on a burger and whatever. No, I do appreciate all of my listeners, those that just lurk and listen, and those that actually attend. And, oh, look who it is. I was just talking about attending, and there's Eddie Zenga. Hello, Eddie. Hey, Stan, and hi, Jen. Thank you all. I know we got a few other people listening, but again, the lurkers are fine. I don't mind the lurkers. I like the lurkers. Lurky, lurky, loo, and lurky, lurky, lickle. I wish turkey only cost a nickel. So I hope you enjoyed the opening of the show. It was a Lola fest, to say the least. And she is such a cute little puppy. Although we had a little incident the other night when I came home from bowling. This dog, will be depressed when I leave the house. Everyone else is excited when I leave. Finally he's gone. But this dog gets depressed when I leave the house. It won't eat. It won't really play very much. It'll sit on the couch like one of these things and wait for me to come home. So I was bowling on Tuesday night, and I came home from bowling, and she's all excited, and her whole body's shaking. She's like, woof, 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 woof. All right, maybe she wasn't doing that. That's like saying woof. And she was waiting by the door, and she kept going to the door. It's like, all right, I'll take her out. I said, has anyone taken her out? I'm sure you have. And Jen says, yeah, we took her out. Sarah took her out, etc., etc. All right, well, I'll take her out. She's by the door, and what the hell. So we go outside, and she's in the front yard. And within about 2 minutes, I would say, there was an odor in the air. And it wasn't a good odor. It was a Pepe Le Pew odor. And I was like, all right, Lola, let's go. And she's already behind me. So we go inside, and the whole house now smells like skunk. And Lola, I go up and smell her, and she doesn't smell like full-on skunk spray, but she smells like she's wearing skunk musk by Fabergé. It was awful. And I got a little on me, not too much, but she was foul smelling. So we were, we didn't have any tomato juice in the house, and Jen did the smart thing by looking up online, and she found a thing with hydrogen peroxide, baking soda, and dishwashing liquid. Now, she had gone out to get some tomato juice or whatever, but in the meantime, I did give her a bath with dishwashing soap and some foamy soap just to kind of, so it wasn't so rough on her skin or whatever. And she came out and she didn't smell all that bad. but there was still some lingering. So she sent me that recipe for the hydrogen peroxide, and I gave her that bath, and she was so unhappy with me, so completely unhappy with me. But she was all fluffy, and like the next morning she woke up, she's like, "You're still my favorite human. You're my favorite human." So, and I was afraid to let her out. Can I do that again? Because it was fun. "You're my favorite human. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!" Okay, so crisis little. But it wasn't so bad, but she was adorable, and she is an adorable puppy, and I get to have her for a whole month in March. I'm so happy. All right, so let's go quickly to the chat and see who's here. We did mention Jen and Stan and Eddie, and who else is here? Dan's here. Hello, Dan. And Eddie again, not perfume or cologne, but Eau de Toilette. That's right. Eau de Toilette. Eau de Toilette. Jello. Ooh, I'm hungry now for Jello. All right, I'm having some mouth dryness thing happening, and instead of going into, oh, I knew you were saying hello. I knew that. I was just saying Jello back, and I was like, thinking of Jello. I've been having dry mouth lately, and so I need to moisturize. All right, I moisturized. I'm a moisturizer. All right. Quick trivia question for you. Only because I just did that. What movie starred Harvey Fierstein and Matthew Broderick, where Harvey Fierstein does this? "My mother doesn't understand me." He's taking makeup off. "My mother doesn't understand me. I just want to be loved. Is that so wrong?" Anyone know the name of that movie? It was a play, and then they made a movie out of it. So let's just stew over that for a second. Type your answer into the chat, if you will. That would be much appreciated. So I was reading in the news today, and there was a story about a new bill. That's right, Eddie. Torch Song Trilogy. Excellent. Good job. Hey, Kim. Welcome to the show. There's a new bill that's being proposed in Florida that would enact a series of animal protections and guidelines. And I think most of this is a good idea. The Florida State Senate Bill 932, filed by state minority Democratic leader Lauren Book. Now, part of this is they would not allow dogs to ride in a driver's lap, ride on motorcycles, and any dogs traveling in a motor vehicle would not be able to ride on the roof, fenders, or hoods. Now, I'm going to stop there for a second because there's a lot to this story, but is this something in Florida that happens, that dogs will ride on the roof, on fenders, and the hood? If you need a law against that, okay. But one of the things that they want to get rid of is the ability for the dog to hang their head out the window. Now, I don't know about you, but one of the most joyful looking things in this world is watching a dog stick its head out the window of a car and just get all that breeze in their face. That, my friends, is the look of utter joy. That to me is like the most joyful a creature on this planet can get ever, is a dog hanging its head out the window. Okay? Now, personally, and now I haven't heard of it, but possibly it's happened, but I've never heard of a dog being beheaded with its head out the window. Now, again, accidents happen where the car may crash, the dog would have been hurt irregardless. It's not a word. Would have been hurt regardless if it was decapitated or in an accident or whatever. But I don't think the dog having its head out the window is such a bad thing. Oh, Andre's here. Hey, Andre. Your dog rides in the bumper? You don't have a dog, my friend. Or maybe you do. I don't know. The bumper? Do you like strap them in so they're like this with their little belly showing and all the bugs getting their teeth in their face and everything? I can't imagine it on the bumper. Anyway, dogs would need to be secured in a size-appropriate crate and in a harness or a pet seat belt, and be under supervision from someone other than the driver. So if you wanted to drive with your dog in the car, you would have to actually have someone else in the car with you. So you can't be alone in the car with your dog. This is going to affect a lot of country songs. Really, if you think about it. It's going to affect a lot of country songs. Dogs would be able to ride in the bed of a pickup, but only if that crate is secured to the truck and is big enough for the dog to sit, stand, and turn around. Because at home, you can have a dog in a crate that basically they can only back in and go out of. Anyway, violators to this would be subjected to non-criminal traffic infractions, according to the bill. Now, the bill also would make it illegal to declaw cats unless for a therapeutic purpose, such as illness, injury, or any cat owned by me. I'm just kidding. I would never declaw a cat. I would depaw the cat. Just have it with a little torso and a head. And if I wanted to drink, it would just need to roll over and... Oh, just kidding. That's someone else's joke, not mine. So the folks at PETA said that cats should not be declawed as it is their primary way to defend themselves in an attack. And the procedure can alter cats' behavior and how they walk. Really? It's going to alter a cat's behavior? Will it make it nice? Because cats are always assholes. Always. You know, they'll be nice for a little bit, but they have motive. And they'll try to kill you given the chance. I swear they will. They will. All right. What else is it about this bill? Veterinarians practicing declawing procedures could have their license revoked, be suspended, or be subjected to a $5,000 fine under this bill. Now, this is the good part of the bill, the very good part, that manufacturers will not be able to test cosmetics on animals unless it is necessary under federal or state law. That part I don't understand very much. And in that case, manufacturers would have to indicate animal testing on the product labels. Okay? Floridians would also not be able to tether animals without supervising it. So, if you don't know what tethering is, it means to tie a domestic dog or a domestic cat to a stationary or inanimate object with a rope, a chain, or other means to restrict, confine, or restrain the animal's movement, the bill says. So, say you're with your dog and you're walking through a downtown. A lot of people go into a store where dogs are not allowed. So they'll just quickly wrap up their dog to something, go inside and grab something. You can't do that anymore. Now, would you do that normally? I don't know. I mean, I would probably try to have someone stay with the dog if I was with someone, but if you're alone, what are you going to do? All right, let's see. A few more people joined us. Sarah's here, and Ken is here. Ken, good to see you. Yes, Chevy Chase did tie the dog to the bumper in the Vacation movie. Yes, and so some exceptions apply, such as if the animal is being serviced by a vet, a groomer, or is participating in livestock herding, or is being trained for use in law enforcement. So in those cases, those dogs can be tied to something. Now, this is also a good one, too. The sale of pet rabbits is going to get a makeover as well. They will not be permitted to sell on the street. Why would you buy a rabbit on the street? I don't know. Flea markets or open-air venues, or during the months of March and April, which is freaking awesome because you got people who buy bunnies for Easter and then they have no clue how to take care of them. So, I'm thinking probably for pets on the rabbit. Now, if they were selling a rabbit for meat, you know, I hear it tastes like chicken. Violations would be considered second-degree misdemeanors under the bill. And finally, the bill would establish a registry for people convicted of animal abuse. I think this is also a good idea. Registrants would have their social security numbers and driver's license numbers published. Really? You can publish a social security number? And remain on the list for 3 years after the first misdemeanor offense, 5 years after the first felony offense, and 10 years after that. So if you get a 10-year sentence for, being an animal abuser, just lock your shit up. Get out of here. So, all right. Does it taste like rabbit? I don't know what rabbit would taste like then. Is it gamey like a duck or is it tender? Tender. No, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. Does it taste like wabbit? Kill the wabbit. Kill the wabbit. Oh. The Barber of Seville. All right. Thanks again. All right. So, what time is it? All right. So, what? What's happening? Oh, brace yourself, people. I got something's coming in.
The tachyon particle. It is theorized to make time travel possible. After tinkering with an old Atari 2600 console, Paul disappeared into the past. This past Paul is now known as the Tachyon Reporter.
Thanks, Paul. So here I am in my car. I'm taking my Sarah driving, and she is just a mess right now. Why is she a mess?
I'm talking to Jordan. He said that I was driving driving slower than his dead grandma. And I wasn't even going that slow. And then this old man drove by us, and he was so old, and he was going faster than me. And then he's like wheezing, laughing.
So,
And he's recording me.
I have to admit, I did say to Sarah while she was driving very slowly, I did say to her, gosh, if I wanted to go this slow, I would resurrect my dead grandmother. Because she drove kind of slow. Her face went like that.
Stop.
Oh my goodness. I'm surprised I forgot this. Oh my god. So anyway, she did need to call her friend Jordan to say hi. There you go. But yeah, taking Sarah driving, I love it. She's so good at it, and she just needs to kind of.
How good at it.
You are good. She is good. Just at that moment, she was going a little slow. That's all. It's not a knock. It's just an observation.
No, but then I was also thinking, like, if I was really going that slow and, like, I would have, like, hit a squirrel or something, I would probably still, like, be alive because I didn't hit it at going at, like, a fast enough speed.
Yeah, don't worry about the squirrels, honey.
No, what if I hit a squirrel?
If they want to die, that's what they want to do. They throw themselves in front of cars all the time. What? What's that? What if you hit a squirrel? Well, I guess he'll have to give up all these nuts.
I gotta go. Not funny. Okay, Jordan, I'll call you later. Yeah, here he is.
What did I say?
These nuts.
These nuts. Okay.
Okay, I'll call you later.
All right, everyone. Well, back to you in the studio, Paul.
Don't put that on your show!
sometimes I forget what I do, and the past finds me and reminds me, because I forgot all about that from this past weekend. I forget all about it, and then the past finds me. So remember, kids, the past will always catch up to you in some way, shape, or form. Sarah, I know you were distraught. And it's actually very funny. Oh my God. She loves it when I grab my chest and I start laughing. Oh my goodness gracious. Josh, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining. TJ, how are you, my friend? I'm sorry. It's just... All right. So, Sarah, I will take you driving anytime. And if I need to be reminded of the event, then so be it. I need to be reminded. So I got to tell you about this event that happened last week, and then we're going to get into the main function of this show today. And please stick around because it's going to be a lot of fun. Last week, Super Bowl Sunday, I went to a bowling tournament up at Metro Bowl in Peabody, and I do this thing every year. And I didn't get to eat breakfast at home, and I thought, you know what? It's been a while since I've actually had a McDonald's breakfast because I'm trying to eat better, and I've been doing okay. So I stopped at McDonald's. I got myself what I normally get, which is a sausage and egg McMuffin, no cheese, a hash brown, and a large Diet Coke. Okay? I pull around to the window. I pay my money. They give me the bag. They give me my drink. I put the drink down. I pull out onto Route 1, and I'm driving, and I'm taking the straw, and I'm tapping it and taking it out, put it into my drink. And I'm like anticipating my Diet Coke and all its bubbly goodness and that proprietary mix that McDonald's has for their Diet Coke and Coke products. I take a large inhale, and then it all went wrong. In my mouth was my second worst nightmare. My first is tied to the nightmare that I'm in prison. But I'm living one of my worst nightmares. There was no fizz in the water. There were no bubbles. It was iced coffee. Now, I'm on Route 1 going north about 60 miles an hour. It's cold out, and I didn't feel right spitting it out the window and possibly affecting someone behind me. So I put on my big boy underwear, metaphorically, Eddie, okay? Metaphorically, I put on my big boy underwear. I didn't actually put on my big boy underwear in the car, just so you know, it's a metaphor. And I swallowed that awful bile that was in my mouth. Now, when I tell you I was angry, I was pretty angry, but I was on Route 1. I wasn't going to get off, turn around, go all the way back down to Saugus, come all the way back up, and bitch him out. But I just dealt with it. I know. It's first world problems, right? But that's right, Josh. I was a good guy that day. But, the anticipation of one thing and getting something else is kind of a sucky situation. So I maintained my, my mood for the most part. I mean, I was pissed off at the car and I was swearing out McDonald's, but what can I do? Now, at least I didn't do what Belinda Miller in Augusta, Georgia did. She was at a Popeye's Chicken in Augusta, Georgia. She ordered her food and was very upset to find that the biscuit was missing from her meal. What kind of biscuit? A rubber biscuit. Wow. All right. The manager of the restaurant told police that he did correct the order before she left, but she was still not happy. Before she left, she threatened several of the staff and threatened to drive her car into the building. Well, she was a person of her word. Miller, who was 50 years of age, left the establishment, got into her car, her SUV, and drove into the east entrance of the building, causing damages and some injuries. She continued to drive forward until her car was stopped by the debris falling on her car. Now, Miller fled the scene in her car, which was found at her residence. Surprisingly noticeable with the front end damage that looked like it had ran into Popeyes for a biscuit. Now, she's being charged with felony aggravated assault and criminal damage to property in the first degree. So, Ms. Belinda Miller of Augusta, Georgia, I can probably tell you with some sense of accuracy that there probably will not be any biscuits at the county lockup, nor will they have biscuits in Augusta State Prison. Belinda Miller, if I was still giving away the GFY award, she would get it, but I'm not giving it away. A biscuit! I mean, Popeye's biscuits are good, don't get me wrong. They're one of the most popular restaurants in the South and up here too. I mean, weren't there like riots and people killing each other over one of their sandwiches because they were in line and they couldn't get the sandwich? Something about that. But good God, man. It's a biscuit. KFC has a whole bunch of them. I know, but they're not as good. I know. All right. So it is now 9:28. So what I'm going to do, there are a bunch of you here, and this is going to work out perfectly. You just got to stay put for a couple minutes. I have to do my promos, okay? And then we're going to come back. We're going to have some fun. I got some stuff to go over with you, some stuff to ask in the way of, wait for it, trivia. It's pub trivia night at the Paul Report. So get ready. Nope, no R. There is no R. It's pub trivia night here at the Paul Report. So stick around. You're watching the Paul Report. We will be right back after these quick promotional messages. Of course, I'm trying to... Oh, there it is right there. All right.
Do you have a nominee for Go F Yourself?
Oh, I keep meaning to remove
Email
this.
the Paul Report at gmail.com.
I'm not doing the
Paul
GFY
Report will return in
award
just
anymore.
a moment. God help us all.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Janice, and you're listening to The Paul Report. Good choice.
You're listening to The Paul Report, and that's on you.
Hi, I'm Sarah Kravitz. You're listening to The Paul Report.
Oh,
Good
Sarah.
luck. Hope you have a good day.
You can listen to Radio Irregardless with Mark Scalia. It's your non-standard blend of irrespective and regardless. It's a hodgepodge of who knows who and who knows what. Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Radio Irregardless with Mark Scalia.
Hi, this is Paul, and you're listening to the Paul Report. You know, it's kind of sad when you have to do your own promos. Yeah, I mention this a lot, and if you would like to do a promo for the Paul Report, all you need to do is make a recording, make it like, 10 seconds long. Hi, my name is Stan Wanko, and I listen to the Paul Report. Oh, and you're listening to the Paul Report. God, this guy's crazy. Something like that. And then email it to me, and I'll put it on. I don't care. You think I care? I don't care. All right. One more quick sponsor. I want to go through. This will be the last time. They only paid for 3 outings. So this will be the last time I play this particular sponsor. So hopefully you'll you'll buy their product.
Hi guys, it's Gerald Porschman here. You know, in 1861, the Dickens Beverage Company has been producing some of the best wines we have grown to love, including Chardonnays and sparkling wines. Hey, Frederick von Dickens has now introduced a brand new cider that's been around for years, but is gradually making an impact on the global market. And it started right here on the Gold Coast. Dickens is slowly winning the taste buds of millions of cider drinkers from right around the world. And after sampling just one glass, I was hooked. I knew the ciders have been around for a while, but I just couldn't wait for my girlfriend to try a Dickens cider. When she arrived home from work, I told her to close her eyes, and before she knew it, I surprised her with a Dickens cider. I'm sure that there are many men out there who know of a woman that may be suffering from a debilitating migraine that could really benefit from a Dickens cider. So I'm urging all men to turn to their women folk and ask, when was the last time they had a Dickens cider?
I can't begin my day until I've had a Dickens cider.
There's nothing better than waking up to a good old Dickens cider.
My girlfriend loves Dickens ciders.
My sister came to stay with us for a month, and my husband couldn't go a day without the Dickens cider.
My girlfriend loves a Dickens cider.
My mum loves the Dickens cider.
My sister loves to wake up in the morning with the Dickens cider.
I'm a bit young, but I would love to try a Dickens cider.
So there you have it. For over 150 years, Frederick von Dickens has developed a beverage that literally brings women to their knees. So fellas, for the sake of the economy, get a Dickens cider.
Alrighty, so that was the last paid endorsement for Dickens cider. So go out and run out and get some Dickens and try some Dickens cider. All right, so here's the deal. We're going to have a game of trivia, and I need to know who wants to play because I'm going to keep score. So if you're here and you want to play, let me know, and I will... Oh, hold on, I got to grab a pen. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, let's try to find a pen that works. Okay, so just to let you know, it's 80s movie trivia. Okay, there are 10 questions and a couple of bonuses. So if you want to play, just list it in the chat, and I'm going to put your name down, and then the winner will get something. All right, so far we have Dan. Dan, you're the winner so far. I don't have to do this segment because if I only have one person. So Dan, who else do we have? Josh, you gonna play? Play some trivia? I'm putting Josh down. Josh is gonna play. Ken will play. Excellent. I know my Jennifer's gonna play because, you know, that's what happens. Andre, you gonna play? Of course you are. Andre's gonna play. All right. Let's see. Who else is in the chat here? Stan's gonna play. How can I not? How can we think that Stan's not gonna play? Of course Stan's gonna play. Eddie's gonna play for sure. I know that. All right. Let's see. Anyone else here that I haven't? Ken? Did I get Ken yet? Yeah, I already got Ken. Let's see. Is Kim still here? Kim, you gonna play? Let's see. Jim's in. All right. Welcome to the show, Jim. All righty. Let's see. All right. If anyone else is gonna play, just put it into the chat because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I got 9. Oh, that 9th one is me. Okay, never mind. We got everybody playing. All right. So, the first question, first person to answer correctly wins. Ties will be decided by this guy. Okay? Now, there is a delay between when I say it and when you hear it. So, let's just have fun. All right, question 1. This movie is alphabetically the last movie of 1980 and starred Olivia Newton-John as Kira, who was a muse who inspired Sonny Malone's painting. What was the name of this movie? Ding, 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 ding. If anyone new comes in, you want to play? All right, I have, wow, everyone here. Let's see. The first one in was Dan. Dan was the first one to type in, or at least for Xanadu to come through. So Dan gets the point. Excellent for everybody else who got it right. Great job. All right. So far, the score after one question. All right. Question number 2. The character of Teddy Duchamp, featured in the 1986 movie Stand By Me. What act of cruelty did Teddy's father inflict upon him when he was a child? And you need to be as specific as possible. The character of Teddy Duchamp featured an act of cruelty from his father. What was it? Dan Capello, who is complaining of the lag, is up there. Well, actually, I did say be as specific as possible. So I'm going to have to give this one to Ken because he said ear on stove. And it was the fact that he put his ear against a hot stove and nearly burnt it off. So, Dan, I'll give you a half a point for that. But Ken gets the full point. Okay. I gave you half a point. You had half the answer. All right. Question number 3. Amadeus is a tremendous spectacle and a very intimate character portrait, all neatly wrapped into one well-directed movie. What actor won an Oscar for his amazing performance as Antonio Salieri in this award-winning movie? What is the actor's name who played Salieri in this award-winning film? I should probably say that if you're looking up answers online to answer these, that's not good. That's cheating, bro. No, it's not Joel Horowitz. Nope, it wasn't Pinto from Animal House either. I'll give you a hint. He was on the second season of The White Lotus. He was obviously an older man there. All right, why doesn't someone just look it up on Google? No, I'm just kidding. Nobody has this. All right, gonna count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do I have the buzzing sound? Nope, I have that sound. No, it's not Turd Ferguson. It's a funny name. Turd Ferguson. It was F. Murray Abraham. F. Murray Abraham was also in the most recent season of The White Lotus as the old Italian guy who was trying to pick up younger chicks. All right. Question 4. Filmed in 3 acts, this Vietnam War epic by Stanley Kubrick follows the exploits of one private joker, soldier, and jester. 1. What is the name of this film featuring the most intense boot camp scenes in cinema history? Stanley Kubrick's Vietnam War epic Not Platoon. That was Oliver Stone. This is Stanley Kubrick with Private Joker. Stan Wanko for the win. Stan gets a point. Now, this is for Stan only because he got it correctly. Jim, I'm going to give you a half point for that, just because you came up with it. Okay. Jim gets a half a point. All right. Bonus for Stan. Well, Stan and Jim, we'll have you two face off. Who played Private Joker? What's the actor's name who played Private Joker? 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Private Joker was played by Matthew Modine. Recently of Stranger Things. Matthew Modine played Private Joker. All right. So nobody got the bonus. That was worth 100 points. Willie Whistle. I remember Willie Whistle. That was fun. All right. Question number 5. We're almost halfway through. Question number 5. Which 1988 film is the story of two brothers, Raymond and Charlie Babbitt, who develop a bond while on a road trip across the United States? Name that movie. I should have music on this. I really should. Should have music. Jennifer Kravitz with Rain Man. All right, Jen gets on the board with a point. All right, and I'll tell you what. I'm gonna give Wild America. Oh, silly rabbit. All right, there we go. All right, bonus. Midnight Run, one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite movies is Midnight Run. Charles Grodin is perfect in that movie, and it was one of the first movies to show off. Did I Miss You? Let's see. I Didn't Miss You. On my screen, Jen came up first. You came second. Jim came third. Then came Stanley with the Wild America. I can only go by what I see on my screen. Don't text in trivia, miss out. Mother Jugs and Speed. Oh, Raquel. Raquel. All right. So it's a bonus question for Jennifer and for you, Dan. Bonus question for Jennifer and Dan. And who else got it right? Who else gave the right answer? Ken and Jim. Okay, for the four of you, what show did Raymond need to watch at 5 o'clock every day? He had to watch you, Jim? I don't think so. You're not that important on TV. Dan Capello. Dan Capello came up with Wapner, which was the judge. He was Judge Wapner. Yeah, definitely Judge Wapner. Okay. It was the People's Court. So, Dan, you get a point. All right. Almost through. We're halfway. We're past halfway. All right, here we go. In the movie The Goonies, name the reclusive scavenger who vanished while searching for pirate treasure off the coast of Astoria, Oregon. The name of the reclusive scavenger who vanished while searching for the pirate treasure off of the coast of Astoria, Oregon. I know this one's a tough one. I don't expect anyone to get this, but Eddie Zanga for the win. Chester Copperpot. Eddie's on the board. All righty. Dan, you get a honorable mention. Stan, are you playing this trivia game? Or are you listening to someone else's podcast? Just curious. Okay. Number 7. In what movie will you find the following? A rocket ship inside of a house, blue grandparents, and a pile of talking poop. What movie will you find a rocket ship inside of a house, blue grandparents, and a pile of talking dung, poop, crap, poopy? No, Dan. That's incorrect. Not Coneheads. Well, hold on. Wait a second. Let's go back here for a second. Jim for the win. Eddie gets a half a point because he came in just right after it. So Eddie gets a half a point and Jim gets a full point. All right. Weird Science is the name of the movie. All right. Bonus question. Jim and Eddie, here you go. What is the name that they gave to their creation? What was the name that Wyatt and whatever the other guy's name gave to their creation? What was the name they gave? 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anybody? You thinking about my wife? I'm just kidding. Anybody? No, it was Lisa. Lisa. Okay. All right. Let's see. Yeah. It was Lisa. That's right. Josh, I had already said it, so I'll give you half a point. I'll give Josh a half a point for that because he might have said it. But you weren't late bet. That was a late bet. What? Okay. All right. Question number 8. 1981. This movie taught me there were originally 15 commandments. But personally, I'm still waiting to see Hitler on Ice. What movie was this? This movie taught me there were originally 15 commandments. But personally, I'm still waiting to see Hitler on Ice. What movie could this be? I'm sorry, I need the full title of the movie. I need the full title of the movie. Come on, someone can still grab this. I just need the full title. All on the same line, Eddie Zenga. Dear God. All right, who do we have here? We have... All right, so Eddie gave me History of the World. Dan gave me History of World. Ken gave me History of the World. And then Ken gave me part 2's coming out. Then he gave me part 1. And let's see. Did Eddie ever give me part 1 or did he just say part 1? All right. So Ken and Eddie will get the point. Ken and Eddie. Eddie, where are you? There you are. And Ken will get a point. All right. All right. And I do understand that. Me? You guys can't type. The name of if we were playing Jeopardy rules, the name of the game, the name of the movie is History World Part 1. It's not History of the World. It's not History of World. It's not History of the World Part 2. It's History of the World Part 1. So please, get my shit together. Oh, I'm sorry. You are funny, Eddie. You're so funny. You're so funny, Eddie. Sorry, I just got into that ugly cry thing again. All right. Get my shit together. All right. Number 9. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Number 9. The Terminator, 1984, featured a cyborg sent back from the future. What military supercomputer originally designed the Terminator? What was the name of the supercomputer? The supercomputer from... All right. Dan has answered the question. Hal. All right. Jim, I'm going to give you a point too because, because you're Jim. All right. All right. Fine, Ken. I'll give you a point too. All right. Last question. Everybody who gets this question right gets a point. Okay? Everybody who gets it right. So it's not just the first person, it's everybody. Okay? In Ghostbusters, Harold Ramis's character tries to describe the city of New York's buildup of paranormal energy to a very large one of these. What was that item he was referring to? Spangler tries to describe the city of New York's buildup of paranormal energy to a very large one of these. What was it? Patty! Hi, Patty. Thanks so much for coming in. All right, Dan, Eddie, Ken, Stanley. Are you right? I'm waiting for everyone else to answer, see if it's right. I'm not going to tell you if it's right. So far, everyone's going with Twinkie. Where's Andre? Andre hasn't answered any of these. All right, the answer is Twinkie. You are very correct. And I must come clean and tell you that when I was younger, I thought that the little robot's name on Buck Rogers was in fact Twinkie. My good friend Jim had to tell me no, it was Tweaky. And I nearly came to blows with Jim because I was like, no, it's Twinkie. But it was actually Tweaky. So I'm sorry, Jim. I'm sorry I threatened you to a duel. Yes, he was a phallic robot. All right, so everybody gets a point there. All right, everybody gets a point. Even Andre gets a point. Stan gets a point. Eddie gets a point. Jim gets a point. All right, do I have a bonus question? Oh, here we go. All right. There is a bonus question. Now, in true fashion, this last question is worth pretty much the game. Okay? It's worth 5 points. Okay? Because no one here has 5 points. Everyone, let's go down to score as it stands right now. Okay? Dan has 4.5. Josh has 1.5. Ken has 4. Jen has 2. Andre has 1. Stan has 2. But if you were counting wrong answers, Stan would be in the lead. Eddie has 3.5. And Jim has 3.5. All right? So, the last question, which isn't 80s movies, it's actually 80s television, okay, is in 2 parts. The first part is worth 5 points. The second part is worth 5 points. So you could run away with 10 points. And I'm going by the first person that shows up in my chat, okay? My chat, okay? Here we go. Question, part 1. What does ALF stand for? What does ALF stand for? First person in gets it. Ken McGo! It is not the worst show ever. The first 3 seasons was some of the funniest TV ever. I don't care what you say. That could be a breaking point in our marriage. You saying it's the worst show ever. Okay. I'm going to give it to Ken because he had it fully. I mean, if you're on Jeopardy and you answer the question, you go, alien, blah, blah, blah. They're not going to give it to you. So I'm giving the 5 points to Ken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Dan, I'll give you 2 points. Okay, for that. Just because you were there. But, you know. Let's see. All right. Now, the bonus question to the bonus. Still talking about ALF, the worst show on TV, according to my wife. But in ALF, what meaningless item to us humans was as valuable as gold on Melmac, ALF's home planet? This is digging deep. This is actually going to be a 10-pointer. That's how tough this one is. You had to watch the show to know this. 10 points! Not cats. That was a delicacy on their planet. I know too much about ALF. I'll give some hints. It's not cats. Cats was a delicacy. He was always trying to eat the cat. The cat's name? Lucky. Okay. Nope, it wasn't El Toro Poo Poo. It was not that, Eddie. Because it's worth 10 points, that's why. All right. Well, I guess no one watched ALF like I watched ALF. The answer was dryer lint. All right. So, the winner of this round of Paul Report Pub Trivia, the dad was Willie. That's right. The son was Benji. The daughter was something. Allison, I think. The mom was, I don't know. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. Dan, you only had 6.5. Ken had 9. Ken won. You were close. Dan, you were close. If you only got the last question about the lint, So, I don't remember what the mom's name was. I remember having a crush on her when Alf was on, though. I remember having a crush on her. She was a pretty lady. All right. Well, what do you think? Do you think we should do this more often? Throw it into the chat. Let me know. Ken McDonough, you have a choice of your prize. You can have a Paul Report cup holder. You can get your own GFY award that has your name on it. You could get a, what else could I make? I don't know. I have the 3D printer. I can make anything, really. So let me know what you want with your winnings, with the Paul Report 3D printer. Were they really that? All right, all honesty, because I mean, I want to know, were these questions too hard? For because I tried to go with the basic questions. I mean, some of them were a little difficult. I didn't think anyone would get copper pot, be honest with you. Stan, I just bought 6 pounds of apples and I have mason jars now. So I will be making apple butter in the next couple of days. You want a GFY award? Do you want it made out to anybody? Or you just want to, I can just have it, made out to you essentially. But yeah, I'll definitely make you a GFY award. Absolutely. And, Dan, I can only go by what I see in my screen and what I see in my chat. Because I even went to my screen here and I looked at the chat and it's the same order that I have here. So I guess maybe I'll have to just, I guess I'll just have to state that in the beginning for people who can't, hang their head out the window and just have joy. Guys, I want to thank, and gals, obviously, I want to thank everybody. And I do know that they did make the sequel to History of the World Part 2. I did see that it was happening, so I'm very excited about that. I do want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. It was a fun show. I love the back and forth. I love people participating. If you know somebody who might want to join next time, by all means, share my post. This show is on YouTube. If you look up the Paul Report on YouTube, you'll probably come out to me. There's other ones that are politically based, but you'll find me and you can send people out there to watch it. Or my shows are listed as public on Facebook. So please, 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 the more people, the better. And I enjoyed having everybody here. And I could certainly do a General Hospital and maybe Dark Shadows trivia. Maybe I could put some of those questions into a larger trivia because other than the Ice Princess, I'm not really up on the General Hospital. I remember that storyline, which made me want to jump the shark. But, yeah. We just couldn't convince Karen. I don't know what that means. But yeah, we'll definitely throw some soap opera stuff in there. Doctor Who trivia. I was going to throw some Doctor Who in there today, but I decided against it just because it was the inaugural and I wanted to make it relatively easier. So yeah, if you have ideas for type of trivia, email me. There's my email address. thepaulreport@gmail.com. Oh, Karen McCarthy. Leave her alone. It's her birthday. She doesn't want to come on here for her birthday. But if she wanted to be a guest, she has an open invite, obviously. But yeah, email me ideas for trivia that you'd like to see. Other games, possibly. Other genres of trivia. I mean, there's a ton of it out there. I did a lot of research for these questions, so I'll research again and find other things, and I got to make it a little challenging for the high point ones, just so you know. Maybe books. Maybe we'll do a whole Sean Connery trivia thing. Must ask you a question. If you goose-stepping morons... Yeah, where is Mary? Oh, there you go, Jen. TPR past show trivia. I can go through all my old shows and find trivia from that. That's an idea. Dan, what is your fascination with Karen? Is this like a elementary homeschool crush that's finally being revealed? Maybe? I think Mr. McCarthy may have something to say about that. I'm just saying. All right, well, everyone, thank you again. I do appreciate it. A lot of people came in, new listeners that I hadn't seen before were here. Hopefully they'll come back. And, yeah. Yep, she was one of the nicest girls at Chester W. I agree with you. I definitely agree. I want to run off names. Dan, Josh, Ken, Jen, Andre, Stan, Eddie, Jim, Kim. Who else did I miss? Josh. I think I said Josh. Patty. Who else? I think I got everybody. Oh, Sarah was here. Poor Sarah. She just... Oh, that poor kid. All right, well, I think I got everybody. So thank you again. If there's someone I missed, I am sorry. But please come back again next week for another Paul Report. I promise I won't cancel at 8:55. And you guys have a good week. And remember, just remember to come back. Thank you, Patty. Say hi to Paul for me. Play Sarah's video on the way out. I could do that. That's easy. All right, I'll play the video on the way out for those who may not have seen it. Let's see. Here we go. All right, guys, have a good week. Thanks, Paul. So here I am in my car. I'm taking my Sarah driving, and she is just a mess right now. Why is she a mess?
I'm talking to Jordan. He said that I was driving driving slower than his dead grandma. And I wasn't even going that slow. And then this old man drove by us, and he was so wild, and he was going faster than me. And then he's like wheezing, laughing. And he's recording me.
I have to admit, I did say to Sarah while she was driving very slowly, I did say to her, gosh, if I wanted to go this slow, I would resurrect my dead grandmother. Because she drove kind of slow. Her face went like that.
Stop.
Oh my goodness. I'm surprised I forgot this. Oh my God. So anyway, she did need to call her friend Jordan to say hi. There you go. But yeah, taking Sarah driving, I love it. She's so good at it, and she just needs to kind of...
I'm good at it.
You are good. She is good. Just at that moment, she was going a little slow. That's all. It's not a knock. It's just an observation.
No, but then I was also thinking, like, if I was really going that slow and, like, I would have, like, hit a squirrel or something, I would probably still, like, be alive because I didn't hit it at going at, like, a fast enough speed.
Yeah, don't worry about the squirrels, honey.
No, what if I hit a squirrel?
If they want to die, that's what they want to do. They throw themselves in front of cars all the time. What? What's that? What if you hit a squirrel? Well, I guess he'll have to give up all the. He'll have to give up all these nuts.
I gotta go. Not funny. Okay, Jordan, I'll call you later. Yeah, there he is.
What did I say?
These nuts.
These nuts.
Get out.
Okay.
Okay, Jordan, I'll call you later.
All right, everyone. Well, back to you in the studio, Paul.